Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Virginie and today we will make some embellishments with tea bag. So you have two options to prepare your tea bag. The first option is to use a water-done glue. So you put 2-part glue, 1 part of water, you mix it well, and you have water-done glue. I will try today to use my matte medium. I have made a lot of, and all these one are with napkins, and you can see that it's so beautiful. It's very nice. It makes very cool ephemera to use, and I have made a bunch of them. Okay, so I wanted to show you how to open the different kind of tea and coffee bag. So we have different kind of sachet here. So we have this one, which is more like a tissue filling. Hope you can see it in the camera. It has like kind of micro holes in here. We have this bigger one, which is slightly different in the pouch. We have some print. We have those triangular one from elephant companies, which are like so here. And we have two rectangular one, which will give us different shape, different size of rectangular tea bag. So let's start with those one, which are the easiest one. So this one with the little thread in here, and which make like a tag shape here, it's really easy. So I have a craft knife here. I just go in to remove the thread. Just take that apart here, and you open the bag from the top, and you let that slide in your paper on your desk. I recommend to put a paper, then it's really easy to clean your desk when you have finished. And after you have removed most of the part here, you just slightly put your finger inside and take that apart from here, slowly and carefully, to not tear your bag. Okay, and you just rub your finger on your bag to remove the excess. If you have some leftover bits and pieces here and there, if there is like a small piece like this, that's okay. It will make some interest in your paper. And then for the seam here, you can either remove it if it's coming like a thread, and I keep that part for my mixed media because that makes some texture in my background. So I like to tear that, because when I come to use my tea bag, the seam make it more bulky on the side, and I prefer to have regular pieces. So this one is totally clean now. So let's do the other triangular one. So this one, you have kind of little thing here where the thread is stuck inside. So you have to peel that off. Put the thread separately from your tea leaves, because the tea leaves, they are totally recyclable, and it's good to keep them. And for this one, I try to take apart the front and the back on the top, and I will slightly open the top seam here, okay, and then the same I will open on the side. Then I will take my scissor, I will cut right in the middle, or you can either cut that also directly if you don't want the seam, it's up to you, and open it up like that. And here you have a smaller rectangle. So for the other side, I will show you without cutting with my scissor again. So you peel it off like that, open the top, put your finger inside, peel the bottom, and when you come on the bottom, you just carefully open the side, and then you have slightly larger rectangle with the side. You see the difference? On this one we cut the seam, on this one we let the seam. So up to you. So that was for the rectangular one. This is the triangular one. So again, I remove the thread, I'll keep the thread apart from my collage, and this is the only thing that I put on the bin. So here you have to open from one side where the thread was attached, and when you have a small hole, you can put your finger inside to help you open the bag properly, and then you can remove the side to have a long rectangle. And this material is more like tissue. It has a feeling like tissue. This one has a feeling more like paper, tea bag paper. This one has a slightly different feeling in here. Okay, so now for the round one. So for this one, I will just take this apart from back to front, and I will slowly those are a little bit trickier to peel. Okay, and when you have a small hole like that, carefully you put your finger inside, maybe the smaller finger. Oh, this is ripped. This has ripped. Okay, so that doesn't matter, because the one that are ripped, I keep them for collage. So I will remove the front now. So I will keep this one to use as a tea bag for my project. And this ripped one, I will use for collage. And this one, let's see if I can do a better job. Yeah, this one opened just perfectly. Really easy. So you can remove the coffee. And I keep all the inside parts to put in the plant. I rebuff all the excess, and then I have two perfect round shape for embellishment ready to go. I want to show you also how I clean the most dirty one, which you see here. It was almost burned inside, so we have some residue. So you have to take a brush, a paint brush. This one is too soft. Okay, so that won't go in the detail. This one is good. It's soft, but it has shorter hair, and it's not too hard also. Okay, so you have to have a mix of something, and with the brush you will come and gently rub, and if your brush is soft enough and not too hard, you can really go into the detail of the bag, and you can really get rid of all the dust powder. How to do that? First of all, you need some plastic sheet. So for my plastic sheet, I reuse them over and over again. And today I have a new packaging left, which I will save some cardstock in it. So I just open the bag, cut it in half, and I have now 2 new pieces to start with. Okay, I have different kind of design here. So I have some tissue, I have some napkins. Here are my napkins. Those are napkins also. So I have a lot of flower. This is decoupage paper. This is tissue paper. And those are the ones that will make like a rice paper. First of all, for a round one, I want to try one of these designs. So I will just cut around one of the circle. So for today, I will use my matte medium. So first of all, you apply a coat of matte medium. You apply your design on top of it. Another coat of matte medium. And then you apply your tea bag on top. And you put another coat of matte medium. Try to remove all the air bubble and make a nice coat on top of it. Okay. So next, what you can do is 2 options again. First one is to leave the edges like that. Okay. Second one is to just make some bumpy, irregular edges on the side and flatten it out after to remove kind of the edges. It's up to you. You can do both. You can check both of them and see the one that you prefer. The most important thing is to flatten your edges after. Okay. And then again, 2 options. You leave the glue outside like so, or you kind of remove the excess to clean like your surface a little bit better for next time that you will use. Okay, so I don't remove everything. We'll put another bit here, and you put a nice coat on top of everything, because you really want your embellishment to be all secure. Okay, so let's try another one. We'll make some border with this one. So maybe we can use the this one. We can use the leftover and use the border to make another design. Let's see how much do I need. I think I can cut that in two. Okay, 1 and 2. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, so again, matte medium. I try to use as much of my plastic sheet as I can. Another coat of matte medium on the top. And then you apply your tea bag. Another coat of matte medium. Remove all the bubble. You can leave some wrinkle. You can remove the wrinkle. It's totally as you prefer. And at the end, if you want to put that a little bit wonky, you can. But for this one, as it's not very large, I will let it like that. Okay, and this is good to dry. Let's make some flower. This one will be beautiful. So for this one, I need a bigger tea bag. Okay, this one will be perfect. So let's do it. Do I have enough place here? Or should I put it like that? I will put it like that. And I guess that the matte medium will be will have a matte finish at the end, which is what I want, which is what I would like to go for. Oh, I ripped my flower. Oh, shoot. I want to bad on this one, but I guess that will be okay. We'll see. We have to try. So put the tea bag on top. Okay. Take my sheet and I will put that near to the heater or near to a window or in the sun if you have sun at the moment. But in France it's like raining all the days today, so I will put that near to the heater and I will come back to make another sheet. Okay, it's been 2 days that I have made my tea bag decorative embellishment, and it has been dried during the night, and then when it was totally dry, as I couldn't make the video right after that, I put it on with some book pages on top of it to keep them flat. And now we will just peel the tea bags from the plastic sheet. Ooh, look at that. So neat. So you have a matte filling on top, and where it was on the plastic, it's more of a shiny finish. So you can see that it's not difficult to peel off at all. And just the end of the glue here on the bottom, you can just remove that excess. So here we have the flower, the nice roses. On two sides, you can see that it's give a different look. This was more of collage paper that you can see that it's white on the back. It's not transparent, but it's kind of nice also to make an embellishment. I like that, but it won't be transparent. Let me see if I have a book pages like that. You will see the text right below the tea bag where there isn't any paper, but where there is the collage paper, you won't see through. Regarding this one, which was a napkins, you can see the text behind all the design. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, so let's remove this one. You see how it comes very fast from the plastic. It's nice and quick. So I will remove all the others outside the camera, and then we'll make a quick flip through of what we have, and then we will make some embellishments in our botanical journal. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so let's see what we got today with our last session. So we got this piece. So as I was telling you, that the face where was on the plastic is shiny, and you can really see the detail of the napkins very well. And this side gives more softer look of the design, so it's totally up to you what you prefer. I kind of like the more crisp image, because you see on this one the butterflies don't show too much, but it's quite nice also. So it's really depend of what you enjoy yourself for your journal and your making. I kind of like both, so I think I will make ephemera in my journal in the both direction, in the both way. I really love this one, but on this side also it's really pretty. So this is from the same napkin, really gorgeous flower. Here, this one doesn't show much. I think my tea bag was too dark for this napkin, and the orange napkin don't show very good. So it's not a good choice for this one. Another of this one. So this is some decoupage paper. So it's different because you have like kind of edges. Not very fan of the decoupage paper. This was the rice paper. So again, I think that will have been better to fussy cut the bird before, but still, you can still fussy cut it because the bird now is very, it have a nice consistency, a nice sturdiness, and it's still pliable and manageable, but it won't tear easily. Okay, so you can still fussy cut and use the bird in a kind of way. So this in this one, this is the white flower roses, which I love. There is some tulip, and I just have my daughter from which is studying psychology in the Netherlands, and she told me that all these kind of flowers and tulips are growing everywhere in the city where she lives, in Rotterdam. So she's very happy, and she enjoyed the spring coming, even if it was still snowing last week. That's crazy. I love this one, the narcissus. I am so in love with this butterfly. It's so cool. I love it. So again, this was some rice paper. I think it will make a very pretty envelope or a text spot in the side of your journal or in the bottom. I really like that. Another narcissus. Another decoupage paper. But this one is kind of pretty. I like it. You see, again, the orange napkins, which was supposed to be a nice and beautiful yellow and red rose, but it didn't show up well. So I'm not sure I will use those one. Again, some decoupage paper here. Here we have some decoupage paper for the butterfly, and then a rice paper for the border. This beautiful napkin with roses. This one is really showing very well. Really love that. It depends on the darkness of your tea bag. Okay, so this one was quite light, so the flower showed very good. And you can see on this one, which was another kind of tea bag. It was a round one, and the paper is more thick. You can see the difference for the flower in the same side of the paper. This one really show well all the details, and this one is really more dull, you see. And on this side, it's the same napkin, exactly the same napkin. And in this one, this is showing through nice also, a bit differently, but we can still see the flower. And on this side, we didn't see at all. So it's very different, you can see. Again, this is the peacock. I think I will fussy cut that. And the outside of the rice paper will tear very easily. So you can get rid of that. And I've just the peacock. and make a tuck spot or belly band. It's quite very nice, just like that. If you have the tea bag outside showing, it's not, you see the difference? I much prefer this one without the tea bag outside than this one. Okay, because the difference of the paper from ear to ear, it's too visible for me. So I prefer to remove the tea bag. Here we have this rice paper with the gorgeous mandala inside. And what you can do is you can take a punch. You can use this as a belly band if you want in your journal, or you can take a punch and just cut around some circle like I did here. Okay, so you can really do that, or I did the same with my circle punch in one that was too dark and there is no design showing through behind the paper, the tea bag. So I just, it was there, I just take my circle punch and cut out one of these, and I can draw something, or I can put something else on top. So it's not a problem, you can still use the failure, not difficult at all. I really like this one, the elephant one. Can make a nice topper for a journal or something. This was the one for last time, which I tried differently with the matte medium instead of the glue, water-done glue. And there's not much difference, okay? So this one was from last time, and this one was the one which I put the matte medium on top, and that didn't change the look of it. So you can either use both of them, but I will recommend to take the school glue water done, because it's less expensive than the matte medium. So that is that. This is the rice paper. Again, I won't use it like that. I will cut around, fussy cut a little bit and use it for my journal. And you see that orange napkin? Again, the flowers show nicely, but the contrast between the napkin and oh, that wasn't a napkin, that was tissue paper. You know, the one to wrap some gift or something like that. It was that, but a very thin one. And it didn't blend well with the tea bag. So maybe I will fussy cut the roses and put my roses on top of this plain tea bag. And that will be nice to do. So I will keep that on the side. So this is my belly band. This is a rice paper again with the tea bag, which was in the triangular shape at the beginning, and it's less transparent. You see, it's more like a fabric. It's less than paper. Let me take my card here with some text. And you can see the difference. It was the same paper as this one. And you can clearly see the difference in the two sort of tea bag. This one shows very, very clearly the text. When this one, it's different. You can see the difference here. When I put both of them together, side by side, there is a different feeling. Okay, and this was my failure. Those coffee bag was very dark, and the napkins on the back side didn't show through. So you can see this one is exactly the same napkin as this one. We can clearly see the design on this one, But on this one, we can barely see anything. You see, there is just like a kind of leaves here, or something, but really, really small effect. This is very like, I can see it in direct, but in the camera you can't see anything. And it's very, very light. So maybe I can take a pen and outline the lines. That can be nice. But see, this one, same. And this, I didn't have the border made, and this was difficult to remove. So it's kind of tear everywhere. So I will keep this one for my collage and don't use it in my journal. Okay. And then this one was the same thing as this one. It was very tear on the outside line. So I just go and remove the bits outside my mandala. And as it was a rice paper and it was thick, it was very easy to remove the paper just around it. Okay, so it's really easy, and you can take something to distress the edges and make a nice flower out of it. Okay, so that's really nice. I'll take a blank one and just layer it with some lace or something. Okay, so let's take some of this and use that in my botanical journal. So that will be for the part 2 of this video, because it will be too long. So in the part 1, I show you how I made the decorated tea bag. And in this part, in the second part, I will show you how I decorate my journal with that. So just stay with me and I see you in the part 2. Bye, and thank you for watching.